So good morning one and all. Like yesterday, like you were hearing from about stem cell therapy, like from Dr. Vasan sir. So like keep your mind open now. What I want to talk is not about stem cells. It is something which is very primitive than stem cell. Like it is called as a progenitor cells. So why I'm doing this, because I practice sexual medicine and I'm the joint secretary of the Indian Stem Cell Study Group, where we conduct a lot of research, we make protocols for stem cell therapy. So it's a lot more discussions going on. What I'm going to present here is my original cases, which we have done for patients with diabetic ED. So I'm going to present 5 cases. Don't expect a positive result, which I'll be telling later why. So like, this is the 3rd day. So by this day, you should be knowing that ED is a problem which is beyond bedroom. It is a kind of a health issue. As yesterday, even Dr. Jimani was telling, ED is the tip of the iceberg. It denotes the endothelial dysfunction. It can tell about the early diagnosis. I'm going to tell what are the disease which an ED presence can predict. It can be a diabetes, it can be a cardiovascular diseases. And normally ED happens in an old age person. So if ED is happening in a young person, you can tell he is going for a premature aging. So it can denote this early death. So apart from causing this psychological and emotional insults in the patient with ED, it is also having a health concern. It is to call as canary in the coal mine. Does anyone know what is canary? It's a bird which the coal miners they have. Once they make the bird to fly in the mine, inside the mine, and if the bird doesn't come back, they presume that there is toxic fumes in them. So if the person is having ED, you can presume or you can predict that the patient might have a silent CAD going on. You can predict even a heart-beating stroke attack. You can even tell the patient might have an acute cardiovascular even within a span of 2-3 years. So this is a very serious issue. And most commonly, 12 to 13% of diabetics they present with ED. They come to my clinic, sir, like I'm not able to perform well. Then you test the blood sugar level, like it is way high. So you correct blood sugar levels and you correct the ED first. So keep that in mind. It's very common here for people who are practicing ED. Penis is not only an excretory and an organ for ejaculation or of excretion. It is also a parameter for health. So before knowing about erection problems, you should know what is the vascular anatomy behind the penis functioning. What people presume is only the external projection what they see. But the penis goes way back till the ischial tuberosity. You can see that both crura is going down way back, corpora cavernosa and the bulbus spongiosa. This is the top section. I'm going to give a zoom. This is working. This goes back. This is 2 corpora. It's going right, but this is ischial tuberosity over here. It's going to get attached over there. And I'm going to explain about this cross section where you can see 2 arteries just transversing the corpora cavernosa. Yes, we should consider as a muscle, because yesterday I was in a stall, like they were showing me about this piezoelectric machine for ED, shock wave therapy. Once I keep on my hand, there's too much of shock. How can I give him the penis? Sir, it's a bone. Then I was searching for a muscle without bone. There is nowhere. Then he told me that the only muscle with bone is the penis. Then I told him, see, the penis is not only the muscle is only the outer layer. Is mostly composed of vascular tissues. I'll show you why. See this? You can see the whole corpora is studded by sinusoids. A single artery is going to penetrate the tube, and it is going to give a multiple sinusoidal small connections. You can see from here. The deep and the superficial pineal artery, the branch of the internal pineal arteries, is going to traverse all over the glans penis. It is going to give some branches, which is going to form a sinusoid, which is called as cavernous sinusoids. This picture shows very clearly that almost corpora cavernosa is 90% is made up of sinusoids. So, like you all know about hormones causing ED, testosterone, and you tell people talking about endothelial dysfunction. I have shown this is complete of vascular tissues. Now, third is something called as cavernosal smooth muscles. So, when you have a proper supplying blood vessel without any fat blocking the arteries, the smooth muscle needs to be complained for leaving the Sinus starts to be engorged to fill the blood. As we all know, the erection is mainly a vascular, a neurohumoral, and there is a vascular filling of the penis. So when there is an improper functioning this cavernosus smooth muscle, there is no proper dilatation. So you need to keep that in mind. So what are the components of erection are? So we all know that central component is mainly due to the dopamine, and the peripheral we have a hormonal, vascular, neural, and smooth muscle. So don't forget the role of smooth muscle here. So basic about this, the physiology of erection. So like from the stage of arousal, and when there is a down signal to the cavernous nerve, the initial we have a release of neuronal nitric oxide, which causes the relaxation of the cavernous smooth muscles. Then there is engorgement of the blood, and it is called as the initiation of erection. This is not sufficient for penetration. So what happens now when there is relaxation, there is increased blood flow, and there is dilatation of the endothelial tissues, and this sheer pressure over the endothelium, it will cause the endothelium to release ENOS, endothelial nitric oxide. So there is going to be a reinforced phenomenon, more endothelial nitric oxide and more cavernosus smooth like lactation, and there is more blood flow. So now the penis is more erect and tumescent, along with the capillary occlusion. This is the most important phenomenon. This is like the compression of the subclinical veins. Without this, the patient goes for facility. So these are the main which I am going to explain here. So what happens during erection? Interplay between the nerves, the blood vessels, and the smooth muscles. So for this, keep that in mind. We need an intact cavernous nerve, healthy endothelium, and we need nerves and endothelium supplying sufficient quantity of ENOS and NNOS, and there has to be symphony. Everything should be in symphonous with each other. Now, and don't forget that penis is a vascular organ. Keep that always in the mind, because I'm going to tell you why I'm going to stress upon this concept here. So you all know these are basic concepts, which is reversible, mostly reversible, or you're going to rectify it, or you're going to take care of the drug. But what about this neural and vascular, which almost have an adjuvant role in each other? It's very tough to manage, because you treat one, the other one remains unmanaged. So you have to address both of that. We'll see how it's. Before understanding diabetes causing it, so what is the main crux in the problem in diabetes? Main oxidative free radical. Have you ever gone to the stall of like MMC pharmaceuticals? They made you to blow a small tube, and they're measuring your free radicals, and they kept the baseline of 500. Who has got beyond 500? I have gone beyond 500. First day, I was shocked. I was testing voluntarily. First day morning, I didn't check. First day evening, it was 740. Second day morning, it came to 540. Then third day evening, second day evening, it came up to 440. I was under travel stress. So you can predict a patient with these kind of things. If the patient having sustained free radical damage, means the levels are high, you can tell the patient can have diabetes in few years. And you also know this AG products, protein kinase deficiencies, and tissue remodeling. Let's keep that in mind. These are all basic research. Now, what is happening in diabetes is the physical or the anatomical change. There is apoptosis of the cavernous nerve. As I told you, there has to be sufficient nerve supply for supplying the nitric oxide. This is gone. So there is no nitric oxide, no relaxation of the smooth muscles. They have found that there is a cavernous endothelial cell apoptosis, and these they have found out even in rats, because rats always the basic research model where you try to prove the mechanism for everything in rats, and they found out there's a higher apoptotic index of the cavernous smooth muscle in rats. So what is loss of diabetes mainly? There is no NOS, so initial erection is gone, and there is no ENOS, so the patient is not able to have his even initiation of erection is lost in diabetes. So very common, I can give intracameral injection for pentolamine, papaverine, or alprozolol, bimix, or trimix. They will give for Muse, alprozolol, and the oral drugs. My friend who is very confident about this intracameral injection, Amit, I think he has came at the right time to see this slide. Fine. So then these oral drugs, sildenafil, viagra, everything. We should understand how these drugs works. These drugs mainly work via cGMP pathway, where there has to be sufficient nitric oxide production, and the cGMP goes and activates these downstream pathways to cause sufficient relaxation and erection. But we have an endogenous phosphodiesterase 5 which is going to break this CGMP, and we have a drug to break this PDE5. This is your Viagra and the other drugs, sildenafil. So what is required here for this drug to act? Anyone can pinpoint? Nitric oxide, right? So what is happening in diabetes? No nitric oxide. That is the main crux here, that these drugs fail to work in diabetic patients. Or the patient who are previously responding in the long term, he comes, sir, I am not able to respond to even your 100 mg of sildenafil. We put on, sometimes we put 100 mg sildenafil on demand, and we put sildenafil morning, so that there is a spontaneous erection once you take the sildenafil, that there is no lag period for it. I have even seen senior prescriber prescribing BD sildenafil or BD tadalafil 5 mg and on-demand sildenafil. They go by, like, the dose goes haywire. Fine. So what is needed in diabetic patients? We need angiogenesis. Yesterday I was telling you, VEGF. But it is not only VEGF. We need neurogenesis. And we need unknown growth factors, right? Because if there is only two things are required, we can procure a normal angiogenic factors in the market, we can procure normal neurogenic factors in the market, and we can give a cocktail, we can give that. But there are some factors which we cannot quantify it in the body, which are playing a vital role to increase the nitric oxide in the penis. Now, coming to the crux of this thing, stem cells. People have a very, very basic, primitive knowledge about the stem cell understanding. What is stem cell? You take your bone marrow biopsy, or you take your umbilical cord tissues, you extensively manipulate it. There is no minimally manipulative stem cells. There is no minimally manipulative mesenchymal stem cells. You take the stem cells, like you take the bone marrow cells or take the umbilical cord tissues, you extensively process it, you subculture it, you do 3 passage, 4 passage, 5 passage. You take the cell which has to meet 3 criteria. It has to be adherent, it has to have all 3 lineages, and it has to look like a stem cell. This is given by International Stem Cell Society of, the country, the world. So we have multiple stem cells, but I'm going to, like, there is 2 core, and you should know mesenchymal stem cells are different from stromal vascular fraction, because you will have come across a machine called as harvest, where it tells you buy a kit, you take the bone marrow, you spin it off, you get SVF or MSCs. Both are different. SVF, you can tell SVF is equivalent to MSCs, but it is not the same. People have tried, even the rat model, they have given skeletal stem cells, they have given bone marrow mononuclear cells, and they have injected at intracavernous, periprostatic, and major pelvic ganglion, which is analogous to a cavernous nerve in rats. So they are trying to understand the mechanism in rats. They are satisfied to the extent that if you're going to stimulate the erection in rats by giving some kind of a probe kind of a thing, the rats are maintaining the ICPs. But few studies have taken place in Denmark, where they given uncharacterized stem cells. Even in that, the follow-up is so short. It is only for 1 year. 1 year, like, you cannot give a strong prediction that these are working, because it's an aging phenomenon. The patient ages actually, like the diabetes is progressing, the age is progressing. So you cannot tell that this drug is working and you can stop the drug. This is one thing. And so what is the advantage of this? Patient has responded to low dose of tadalafil. Previously, the patient who are not responding to the dose of like tadalafil, now they have started to respond. That is one good sign. Fine. So now what we have done, because of the regulations in India, where you cannot use stem cells, you cannot manipulate the cells, we have done, with our own understanding, with our own scientific knowledge, with our stem cell study group society discussions, we have found out that the bone marrow cells have sufficient quantity of endothelial progenitor cells, which is required for the neurogenesis. When there is neurogenesis, that can be also, vasculogenesis, that can be also neurogenesis. So with this concept, we took the bone marrow cells, we centrifuged using Sepax, it's an approved machine over there. We took the cells over there and we gave intracavernous injection. When I presented the abstract, you would have seen my abstract on the book. I would have told that the patient responded to load of sildenafil. But after the presentation of the abstract, we got few more patients. So 5 patients at the age of 30 to 55 years, we are given that. We even done pineal Doppler study before the injections. And the dose is a million, not lakhs. We have a quantified per kg body weight dose, not like, like some con man coming and telling, sir, I'm going to take a couple of minutes or a minute extra, sir. Chairperson, sir? Yes. A minute extra I will take. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So, like it is not like a common service where a patient comes with ED, we're going to exploit them by telling that you pay 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, I'm going to cure ED. No. We will tell this much amount of cells of you need per kg body weight, and we don't know how many doses you will need, because we are not sure about the his underlying disease progression. So we have to we need assessment, we need follow-up. But thing is that it's a private practice, it is not an academic setup, and I'm not an intervention specialist. So I have to send you a surgeon or a urologist, my cases, where they perform the surgeries, and I'm working in an academic setup. I won't be able to go there and do the follow-up study. They are like busy practitioners. The cases comes, they do that, they go off. So what is happening? One is cost is very big, prohibitive for the patient to come back and take a re-injection. There is no follow-up study because the patient goes off. And what is happening? He tells, sir, like it is good in 3 weeks. He tells, we didn't do IF questionnaire, it is only by oral asking. So initially like he's working, sir. Previously I was taking 100 milligram sildenafil, now 50 milligram, okay. But after 3 weeks, every patient has failed. We don't know what is the reason. There can be of multiple reasons. When you inject in the cavernous tissues, as Dr. Wasman was telling, it goes for a peripheral runoff. Whatever you inject, it goes back to the vascular spaces. So how to contain those tissues? And moreover, stem cell, it doesn't work in a differentiating way. You give stem cells, it goes and attaches, it doesn't form blood vessels. It acts by a way called as paracrine mechanism. It goes there, it senses the internal milieu, and it sees, okay, what is wrong? I'm going to secrete those factors, let the body regenerate by itself. So you have a own repairing kit within yourself, but with which we're not able to utilize it appropriately. We'll see. So, but one thing I want to know is that there was no adverse event. Even the procedure, like adverse event, was adverse event with the cell-based therapy, like which we gave for the patients. Our study, it lacked a control study. There was no control at all. We don't know how to titrate the dose. 1 million per kg is a standard which we took in the articles. We didn't have any study based on that, and we never knew how many injections the patients needed. It's kind of okay. You come. We'll do that. How many times will be able to tell the patients? Initially, he comes because of his desperation to try a new modality. So we didn't have the follow-up, and as I told you, there's a loss of adherence. We even tried putting a band in the base of the penis so that it can contain the cells for some time. We all failed in that. Poor complaints, and patients, they go back, sir, 1 week, they'll be 1 week, 1 month, sir, doctor, I'm walking, I have cut down my smoking to low levels, alcohol low levels. After 1 month, he feels he smokes, he didn't walk, he consumed alcohol. So there's an undergoing damage also, which we cannot attend to that. Our therapy is a regenerative therapy. Yeah, last slide. So whatever he is doing for his body, we cannot stop it. So we have tried to understand that multiple injections along the course of the crura, it might be beneficial. I don't know we wanted to present this here so that we can get some perspectives from the urologist here whether multiple injections down all the way down the crura can be beneficial. We have not tried this protocol yet. If it is beneficial, then it can change the game for ED. One thing you have to remember that these things, no pharma company will come and tell you, because there is no pharmaceutical benefit for the company. This is pure science with the practitioners, with the keen interest or the passion to give a treatment for the patient. You have to come forward, you have to lead forward and share your thoughts on this. You can join our body, you can give your interest. And I want to acknowledge my mentors, Dr. Ramachandran, who was very, very instrumental in doing the cases, and my stem cell mentor, Dr. Ravi and Dr. Shankaran. Thank you.